Hey guys, so first, if you've watched the other readings, you've heard this like so many times now, but I just want to thank you guys for your patience with the readings. I've been doing a lot of work this past week to really find ways so that you can get the most information and the most benefit from each reading. With that said, for all of these readings, each time I pull a card for each zodiac sign, that is going to represent the sun, moon, and rising signs for that sign. So if you know your sun, moon, and rising sign, you will be able to turn this 1-card reading into a 3-card reading. If you do not know your sun, moon, and rising sign, you can go over to Cafe Astrology or Google Cafe Astrology birth chart, and you will actually be able to get your free birth chart there. And then you'll know your sun, moon, and rising sign, and then you'll come back and be able to turn a 1-card reading to a 3-card reading. So what we're doing here in this reading, this is your soul work. This is the work that is coming through for you to do to balance particularly the energies that are coming through as a part of this full moon lunar eclipse. But just mostly, you know, as your soul path, as part of your personal growth, these are the, this is kind of the soul work, the stuff that you need to balance to work through. All right, so let's see what we got. So Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces. Ooh, you guys got fun readings. All right, so Aries, surrendering outdated beliefs about yourself. So whatever these, I mean, that says it all. There's not a lot of clarification. There are some outdated beliefs you have about yourself, some limitations that are there, that it's time to go into meditation, sit with those beliefs. And I'm going to tell you, don't release, just release them. This is also going to be some journal work, but also go in and what's the truth now? Replace that belief with what you want it to be or what it is now. For a Taurus, this is going to be surrendering to spirit. So stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to work, to force, and just surrender to the universe and allow it to flow. For our Geminis, surrender your comparisons with other people. So stop comparing yourself to other people. You're like no one else. You're you. So stop that. That's what's holding you back. Where you're feeling blocks, it's because of these comparisons you're doing. For our Cancers, surrender your addictions. So these addictions may be substance, may be food. You can be addicted to working out too much. You can be addicted to sex, to certain people, to certain ways of doing things, to certain foods. Look at all of that. What is serving you? What is building you? What is propelling you, pushing you, compelling you to live your best life, and allow everything else to fall away. And look for the things that you need help and strategy with. Go and find some help and strategies to help you move through those things. For our Leos, surrender to success. Stop fighting so hard. Stop telling yourself that what you're doing is not possible, that it's not going to be successful. Stop focusing on the obstacles or the roadblocks, and know whatever it is that you're working on now, that you brought to this reading with a question, surrender to the success of that. Visualize that, hold that intention, and continue to work towards that. For our Virgos, you guys are kind of in the same place. Surrender your attachment to results. Whatever the situation is, the best thing for you is not the thing that you're attached to. The best thing for you is going to be something that you're not quite looking at yet. Stop trying to make it happen your way. Sit back and allow it to flow forward as it's going to be the best for you. For our Libras, surrendering to your full power. I love that you guys got a nice big lion in that one too for this full moon in Leo eclipse. Stop playing small. Stop pretending like you're weak. That's not where you are. Live and surrender and move into your full power. For our Scorpios, surrender to inner peace. Stop letting whatever this is stress you out. Start really taking, what's going to change your situation is taking the time to find peace in each day. And each time you start to get like about something, taking a step back, whether you need to breathe, whatever it is you need to do, Scorpio, to find peace in that moment. The other thing I'm going to say that's coming through is each time you find yourself being distracted from your peace, look at the thought. Look at the thought that's distracting you. What's the thought that you actually want to think? What's the outcome? And move into that. All right. For our Sagittariuses, surrender your ego. So there is a place, there is something where your ego is coming out in some sort of me sort of thing. And I'm feeling for some of you, it's like, well, why did they do that to me? And why do I deserve that? And yada, 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 yada. It's not about you, boo. It's not about you. And the minute you make it about you, you're all up in your ego. So, surrender your ego, recognize that whatever's going on, number one, isn't necessarily about you. It's much more about that situation or that person. And find that place in compassion and remember when you were in a situation that made you feel that way. And that's going to help you slide out of your ego into that higher space of compassion, of understanding, of recognizing that the situation, this person is a part of the bigger universal thing. So for our Capricorns, surrender negative thinking. So whatever you're negative Nellying, Nancying, whatever negativing you're doing to yourself on something, cut it out. Again, just like I was saying with the Scorpios, when those negative thoughts come to mind, take a moment, recognize that that thought is manifesting stuff for you, and give that thought away and come up with a thought of what it is that you want to manifest. This is also going to start really helping you clarify what you want to manifest. For our Aquariuses, surrender low self-esteem. So whatever these thoughts are that are coming into you, or for some of you, there's actually a situation where someone or something about the situation is making you feel less than. One of the best ways to work with that is to stop and recognize that as you start thinking it as a false belief. This is not true. That's not who I am. I may feel less than or like I did something wrong. And I may even apologize outwardly to this person because that's what's going to smooth the situation. But I'm sitting with myself recognizing like, no, that's not me. And find what the truth is. Because that will help to shift so you don't start spinning around these negative thoughts about yourself. And so for our Pisces, surrendering to the magic of who you are. I love this one. You are the magic. I do all sorts of different magical energy work. I use all sorts of different tools, but at the end of the day, you are the magic. You're all that you need. You don't need another tool. You don't need another spell. You don't need necessarily even another reading. You are the magic, and finding that magic in each moment, using your shower as a way to wash away the negativity from the day, using your water to drink in the abundance of the day, all sorts of things like that. So that is it for our Pisces. So again, for those of you, pick up your sun, moon, and rising cards here, go back to each one of those, and that will give you a 3-card reading of the soul work that you really need to focus on for this weekend. So I hope these were helpful for you guys. Please leave me comments, let me know how I'm doing, and I'll talk to you guys soon and see you in the next reading. Take care.